Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles. Before I cut over to BremSter, who's already solved this puzzle kind of twice, I just want to state that while I was solving this puzzle the first time, it was during a day when I was having multiple seizures, and I actually had a seizure on camera. Wasn't aware of it at the time because it's just the nature of the way it works for me. I was just having diminishing and everything. I edited the video at a point where that started being obvious, well, a bit before it started being obvious. One of the side effects of my seizures is memory loss. I don't remember solving the puzzle. I found an edit point. I've solved the puzzle from that point on, and I'll edit it all together so I can present the puzzle. This puzzle has been solved by a lot of other channels, including Cracking the Cryptic, so I imagine most of you have already seen it. So I'll just get this puzzle out, and yeah, you can watch another video if you've already seen it and you don't want to deal with all of the nightmare of me having to have re-recorded it. This is one of the biggest projects I've done in a while because I had to solve the puzzle multiple times and then find editing points and everything. So yeah, feel free to look for another video. It's a bit of a nightmare, but I enjoyed the puzzle and that's what matters. Over to BremSter, who has no idea what's in store. Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I'm doing this with a puzzle that I believe has been seen by almost everyone in the community but me. This is Rapuzzle by Scojo. And I say that because I believe this puzzle has had something like 12,000 solves, so everyone has seen this. But this one has been sitting in my queue for a while. It actually came in a long time ago, and I just... yeah, for reasons I didn't get to it. It's been a while now and I want to give it a try, so I'm going to. I've got nothing more to call out apart from the fact that, yeah, I'm... this puzzle includes fortress cells and I'm terrible at fortress, so we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, if you've already seen this one, please check out something else from the back catalogue. There are nearly 2,000 videos of puzzles that I've solved on the channel. So if you've like, oh, I've seen this one before, I guarantee you that if you just open up the video history and scroll back, you will find something that you have not seen. Let's have a look. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Anti-knight. Cells that are chess knights move away cannot contain the same digit. So what that means is anything that is connected by this shape, which it would be if this was a chessboard, how a knight could move, the digits at the end of that shape, however you draw it on the board, cannot be the same digit. So those couldn't be the same digit because you could draw that shape between them. Those couldn't be the same digit. You could draw that same shape between them. Those couldn't be the same digit. You can draw that shape between them. So that's how anti-knight works. Tower fortress. Cells that are part of the grey tower must be greater than all orthogonally adjacent non-tower cells. Note that any cell that the tower even partially covers is considered a fortress cell. So for example, this cell must be greater than that and that because it is these are non-fortress cells. This is a fortress cell, so therefore it must be greater than any orthogonally adjacent non-fortress cell. Yeah, it's all good. And then Rapunzel's hair. Rapunzel's hair is an entropic line. Every group of 3 cells, so that cell, and that cell is a group of 3, along Rapunzel's hair must contain 1 low digit, a digit from 1, 2, 3, 1 medium digit, a digit from 4, 5, 6, and 1 high digit, a digit from 7, 8, 9. And it doesn't matter which group of 3 you pick, it must follow that rule. Okay, I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So, the only cells that are really being impacted by the fortress rule are those ones, because these cells here don't have any orthogonally adjacent. Oh, this one does. So those cells there don't have any orthogonally adjacent non-fortress cells. So that doesn't... Okay, so where's the 1 in this column? If I put a 1 here, this would need to be lower than 1. If I put a 1 here, this would need to be lower than 1. A 1 here this would need to be lower than 1. The same here, same here, same here. So this is the 1. Now, 2 in this column must have 1 next to it. So a 2 here would put a 1 here. A 2 here would put a 1 here. Interestingly, neither of those could be a 2, because a 2 here would put a 1 here for the fortress to work. But these are this is an entropic line, and any set of 3 cells must contain a low, a mid, and a high. And if this is 2, 1, that set of 3 would have 2 lows, and it wouldn't work. So I can't put 2 in any of those. But I could put 2 in any of those, I think. So, but the 2 would have the 1 next to it. And then the 3 in this column would need to have the 2 next to it. Right. So wherever the 2 goes is going to have the 1 next to it. Then wherever the 3 goes has to have the 2 next to it because the 1 is already taken. And then wherever the 4 goes, so, okay, let's just work this down. Let's say this goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We know it doesn't. So I'm just going to mark this in, I don't know, let's put yellow. So this is just me showing a point. Wherever the 2 goes, 1 is the only thing that can go next to it. Now, wherever the 3 goes, the only thing that can go next to the 3, it has to be a 1 or a 2, but it can't be a 1. So it's a 2. Wherever the 4 is, what has to go next to it? It has to be lower than 4, but 1 and 2 is already gone. It's the 3. And we can continue that logic. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this has to be the 9. Because I can't put the 9 in any of those because there'd be nothing higher than it. That's the other way of looking at that. So where's the 9 in here? This just needs, that needs to be lower than that, but can I do anything with that? It means 3 can't be in one of those. 3 can't be here because 3 would make this 2 and 3 would make this 2. It is going to restrict these cells because they can't be 2. Yeah, it is going to restrict these cells because they can't be 2. Because if these were 2, it would make those 1 and the entropic line here would be broken. And the same is true here. Whatever this is, this must be a lower digit than this, but it can't be in the same entropic set. So these can't be 2. They can't be 3 because 3 would put 2 here and they're in the same entropic set. They could be 4 with 3 here. They can't be 5, 4. They can't be 6, 5. They could be 7, 6, but they can't be 8, 7, and they can't be 9. This is 4, 7, and 3, 6. Holy cow. But that, and that is a medium and a high. That must be the 3, because in this set of 3 digits, because that's 1, that's another, and that's another, because the line curls through here, that is a medium and a high. So that must be the low in that set of 3, which means this is a medium, which means this is a high, and this is the 4. Now, this doesn't have a high digit, so that's an 8 or a 9. Oh, this is cool. This must be a low digit now, because we've got a high and a medium, so this is a low, so it's a 2 or a 3, which means this is a 1 or a 2. Because of the way these columns work, these must all be 1 lower than these. This now isn't medium or low. This is high, so it's 7, 8, 9. This isn't low. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 7, 8, 9, and this is 4, 5, 6. And this, yeah, okay. This isn't 9. But if this is, right, if this is 7, this is 8, and if this is 8, this is 9. But how? Oh, anti-night. I've completely forgotten the anti-night. How can I use anti-night? This 7 makes this an 8, which makes this a 9. This 3 makes this a 2, which makes this a 1, which means this isn't a 1. This is a quadruple now. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Well, 8 isn't there by anti-night. 6 isn't there by anti-knight. 3 isn't there by anti-knight. So 5 would make this 4, 6 would make this 5, and 8 would make this 7. 3 would make this, well, this can't be a 3 because then this would need to be a 2. So this isn't a 3. 3 is in one of these two, so 2 is in one of those two, making that the 3. But 5 would make this 4, and 8 would make this 7, and it can't be 7. So that's 4, 5, taking 5 out of there and 4 out of there. So there's no 5 in either of those. 3 would make that 2, 6 would make that 5, and 8 would make that 7, and 3 would make that 2. This is 2 or 5 only. Okay. Now this is the only fortress cell I've still got to play with, I think. One isn't in, 3. So 2's not in any of those. It doesn't seem to be. 3 in this box is restricted, but I don't know how much it's helping me because 3 can't be in any of those by Sudoku, they're by entropy, and 3 sees those by knight's move. So 3 is in one of those two, but I'm not sure how that's actually helping me. Oh, 1 is similarly restricted. 1 can't be in any of those by Sudoku, that by knight's move, or that by entropic line. 1 is in one of those two, which means by Sudoku, 1 is in one of those 3, but that one sees that one by knight's move. 1 is in one of those 2. 6 is in one of those 2, because 6 those aren't 6, and that 6 sees those by Sudoku and those by knight's move. But that digit. I know I'm missing something obvious. This digit is in one of those two. Because this digit can't be in any of those or any of those. Because those by Sudoku, those by knight's move, and it's not 1 or 5. So this 8 or 9 is in one of those two. If it's 8, it's there? Maybe? Seven is in one of those two for the same reason. 7's not in those, or there. That 6 or 8 isn't in any of those. It's in one of those two. Is it a fortress trick I'm missing? I'm not seeing how. Because, as I said, most of these cells, I don't see how any of those cells are impacted by fortress at all, because they don't have any non-fortress orthogonally adjacent cells. Oh, this isn't a 2. That 2 is seeing that one. That'll do it. So this isn't a 3. This is 3 and 2. So 2's not in any of those or there or there. 2 is in one of those two. Two is in one of those, but I can't put 2 here. Because a 2 here would need a 1 here. and I can't do it. So 2 is in one of those 3, but oh, and that 3 means that's not a 3, that's a 3. I've got this wrong. I missed that line. I saw that go into there and it didn't. It went into there. But I don't think I've used those for any Sudoku. This is 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5, 6. And this is 1, 2, 3. And it's a 1. So this isn't the 1. This is the 1. Because I haven't used this line for anything because it's been too far away. May have used it for that. But that couldn't have been a 3 anyway. So that 3 was still forced. Because it could have gone on the line there. So let's roll that back before I place the 3s. Yeah, let's take those 3s out because I don't trust those anymore. But I can still say that's not the 2 and that's not the 3. So this is the 3, this is the 2. This is wrong. This is 7, 8, 9. This is the problem with these really decorative lines is I have a visual disability, which does mean that the wavy lines, that this is really hard for me to see, but it's okay. I'll get there. So this 7, 8, 9. So this is 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3. And this is the 1. And now the question is, where is the 3? It can't be here by nice move. This is still the 3. I still need to put a, yeah, and now this isn't the 1, this is the 1, and 2 is in one of those 2. But I'm not seeing how to use that. 2's not there or there. 2 is still in one of those 2. And 2 over here, I'm not seeing a restriction. 2 is in one of these 2. However, because of the 2 looking down. So that means 2's not in any of those. Because whenever you get a domino of digits like this in an anti-knight puzzle, any domino that is 2 away from it can't be it, because that sees that by Sudoku and that one sees it by knight's move, and the same happens in reverse. This one can't be a 2 because it's that one sees it by Sudoku and that one sees it by knight's move. So if this was a 2, that would eliminate both of those 2s and I couldn't put a 2 in this box. So yeah, it just doesn't work. So 2 can't be in any of those, but 3 is not in any of those. 3 is in one of those 2. Again, column, row, and anti-knight. The anti-knight coming from that 3. Is it those cells? They're the only fortress cells I have left. So this is a maximum of 7, and that's if this is an 8. So, and this is a minimum of 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6 is all that could be, and it can't be 5. This is 3, 4, or 6, and it can't be 6 because of the 6 looking up here. If I put 6 here, then 6 would have to go in here, and that would break that cell. So this is only 3 or 4. If it's 3, it makes that a 3 because I can't put 3 there. If it's 4, it puts 4 in one of those 2. Which... So this has to be higher. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it can't be a 5. Those... Is it that? Like only one... Right, this can't be 6, 5. If this is 6, this is 5, and both of those would need to be 4. This is 8, 7. So this is 6, 5. Means this isn't a 6. That's really nice. It makes that 9. That's actually really nice. I like that logic. Not sure how to use it to continue, though. This is an 8-9 pair. 8-9, 8-9. This is an 8-9 pair. And these are 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, 7 is in one of those two, and the anti-knight on that 7 says it's not there. That's the 7, and these are 4, 5, 6. And if these are 4, 5, 6 for the row, that's a 4, 5, 6, and that's a 1. Putting 1 in one of those two. That digit isn't either of those. Those are the same digit, because that sees both of those by either Sudoku or anti-knight, which means it's in one of those two. That digit is in one of those two. That digit, I'm not sure. These are two. So 6 is in one of those two. I've got that, but... 2 in here, I'm not seeing the restriction. 3, yeah, 3 in this column. 3 and 3 puts 3 in one of those two, but that 3 sees that one by knight's move. So that's the 3, which takes 3 out of all of those. So 3 is in one of those. Wow, this is actually not much. Six in this column. Can't be there, can't be in any of those. It's in one of those two, so it's not there. And this can't be 6 because, yeah, that sees those. So those are the same digit. This is 4, 5. There must be a 4, 5 in here. But I still could make that 6 and that 4, 5, I think. Seven. Yeah, 7's not in any of those. That is a 7, because I can't put 7 in any of those without breaking those. So this is a triple. 1, 6, 8. Well, there's no 1 there, there's no 6 there. This also has to be higher than that. So this is from 4, can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one can be 9. Oh, it can't be 7. So this is only 4, 8, 9. We still know 2 is in one of those, but I'm not seeing that. Four is in one of, not in there. 4 is in one of those, which isn't giving me a knight's move restriction down here that I'm seeing. Hi, I'm going to record an intro to this, but this is a puzzle I recorded on a day where I was having seizures, and I don't remember starting this puzzle, but apparently I've reviewed the video, and the discoveries I made at the start, particularly in column 3 and 4, I was really happy with, and I didn't want to lose that. So I found the point where I started visually having having effects of the seizures, and I'm still not fully recovered. I'm okay. I'll be fine. I've been dealing with these for decades, and I wanted to come back and finish recording this puzzle in a way that I can actually present. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I was thinking is anti-knight in column 5. I don't remember solving this puzzle. I did apparently finish it, but I don't remember. And as soon as I started seeing things, I stopped watching. So I really don't know what I'm doing. But okay, column 5. Because there's going to be a lot of knight move interactions on these digits, I think, because these have to be from 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this 4 is eliminating 4 from those. 5 is eliminating 5 from those. The 6 in the box is eliminating 6 from all of those. The 8 is eliminating 8 from there. The 9 is eliminating 9 from there. I thought I'd get more than that. I'll get an 8, 9 pair. This column is also going to be heavily restricted, but I don't have as much in this column. Ah, blast. I thought I'd get more. So this cell is going to see a lot. It sees 1, 4, 5. There's a lot of repeats. So this could be 2. could be 3, can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, could be 8 or 9. Can't be 9. So this is 2, 3, or 8 only. This one can't be 1. Could be 2, can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 7, 8, 9. This is not working. This one can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be, can't be 5. Oh! This cell. Can't be 1 because of knight's move. Can't be 2. Can't be 3 because of knight move. Can't be 4. Can't be 5 because of knight move. Can't be 6, 7. This is 8, 9, giving me an 8, 9 pair in the box. So this can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8. This can't be 8. Where's 8, 9 in box 1? The 8, 9 here can't be in any of those or there because of the fortress. If this was 8 or 9, this would have to go 8, 9, and that would break those. It doesn't work. So this is the 8, 9 in the box. Can I colour these? Because whatever version of 8, 9 that is, can't go there. So that's the same 8, 9. So this is the other 8, 9, meaning this is the blue 8, 9, and this is the blue 8, 9. And the 9 means the blue is the 8 and the green is the 9. Okay, so I didn't need the colouring at all. Okay. So there's no 8 here. There's no 8 here. This is the 1, and there's no 1 here. 2 is in one of those two now because of the 2 looking across, meaning this isn't the 2. By pencil marks, that makes this the 2. These are 4, 5, 6. This can't be the 6 because of the 6 pencil mark. Okay. 6 and 8. 6, 8. Yeah, 6, 8. That's not doing anything. 4 is in one of those. It's not seeing those. Seven is in one of those. That just works. These cells are a bit restricted now. Yeah, I'm curious about that cell. It could be 1. It could be 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5. It can't be 6, because if it was 6, it would eliminate both of those. It can't be 7. It can't be 8, and it can't be 9. That's only 1 or 2. 1 is in one of those two. Because 1 has to be in one of those, and it can't be one of these 3 by Sudoku, but the knight's move eliminates that one. Or I could use Sudoku. Which means 1 isn't in any... Right, 1 in this box now. Right, I'm going to use colouring for this. Where is 1 in box 6? 1 can't be in any of those by Sudoku. 1 can't be in either of those by Sudoku. If 1 was here, that would see that one by Sudoku and that one by knight's move and eliminate 1 from box 3. If 1 was here, it'd to see that one by Sudoku and that one by knight's move. So 1 is in one of those two. Meaning that's not a 1, that's a 1, that's a 6. The 6 here, but what are these? 1, 2, 3, 5. Which means that can't be a 5, because if that was a 5, it'd see that by Sudoku and that one by knight's move. That's a 4 or a 6. So one of those two is a 5. But it's not quite enough. This is 4, 5, or 6. Oh, Lord. This is not a forgiving knight's move puzzle, is it? Am I colouring 4, 5s, and 6s? That is a 4, 5, 6 triple. So that's a 9. Which puts 9 in one of those two. What's this quadruple? 2, 5, 6, and 7. That's not a... Oh, 7 says that's not a 7. That's a 7. So this is from 2, 4, 5. That's not a 4. But that's, yeah, that's 2, 4, 5. And that digit is that digit. Two, 3, 4, 5. There's a 6 over here. Well, 6 isn't in any of those. Can that be a 6? It'd make that a 6 and that, right, where's 6 in this column? Okay, so this can't be a 6 by Sudoku. These can't be 6 by Sudoku. These can't be 6 by the nature of what we've already got. Yeah, this can't be 6 because of the 6 here. Okay, this can't be a 6 because it's a 1 or a 2 because of the 6 here, and this can't be a 6 because of those. So because 6 here would eliminate Sudoku or Knight's Move. If this was a 6, that would make this a 6 by Sudoku, which would make this a 6 by Sudoku, and they would see each other by, those two would see each other by Knight's Move. So that's not a 6, that's a 6. And these are 2, 5, and 7. With a 7 being in one of those two. Does that 6 do anything? 6 isn't in any of those. No. 7 is in one of those two. So we're 7 in this column. That 7 sees all of those. 7 is in one of those two, so I can't put 7 in any of those, and 7 isn't in either of those because of those two 7s. That's a 7. These must contain a 2 now. So 2 can't be in either of those two because that's the knight move domino interaction, and 2's not in any of those. So 2 is in one of those. Does that do it? If that's a 2, that can't be a 2 because of the 2's there. So 2 is in one of those two. Which means that can't be a 2. If that was a 2, that would eliminate... If this was a 2, where could I put 2 in this box? If this was a 2, I couldn't put 2 here by knight move or in any of those. This can't be a 2 because of... If this was a 2, I couldn't put 2 in either of those. I can't put 2 in either of those because then I couldn't put 2 in either of those, and those see a 2 by Sudoku, and there would be no 2 in box 6. That's a 1, meaning that's not a 1, that's a 1. Okay. Oh, all of this is only giving really small... Four down here. Not that I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3 is in one of those two. It's possible I'm just missing... 2 in this box. It's not in any of those or the... Yeah, 2 is in one of those. Now these twos, they don't see. There's no overlap. Ah, no. But 2 can't be in any of those. So where's 2 in this column? 2's not in any of those. 2's not in any of those because that 2 sees both of those and that's a 1, and 2 can't be there or there. That's the 2. This is not the 2. This is a 5, 7. Which means this is the 2 and this is not the 2. This is a 4, 5. Didn't need those. That's a 4, 5. I think I need to colour these 4s, 5s and 6s. Five, 7 can't, yeah, I've already got 5, 7, can't be in any of those. This column has been incredibly powerful. I need to put a 3 in this column. Can't be there. So 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. So this can't be 3. It could be 4. It can't be 5, 8. So this is only 4 or 9. 3, 4, 5, 8. I don't see a restriction on any of that. 3, 4, 8, 9 can't be 9 because of that. It can't be 5 because of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these are 3, 4, 8, 9. 8 is down here. So this is only 3 or 4. Eight and 9 are both down here. That's 7. Sees that. That's a 2 and has been for ages. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 7. That takes 4 out of there. The 3 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 3. The 5 means that's not the 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. This is the 5. These are 2, 4, and 6. Now I'll keep the 2 in. Must contain a 2. 5 now, in this 4, 5, 6 triple, the 5 must be in one of those, so there's no 5 there. So what's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 9. These are 2, 4, and 9. Must contain a 2 in there. Holy cow! Are these 3, 5, 6, 8? Yes, 3, 5, 6, 8. Actually, this row is most restricted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there's a 7 in one of those two. There's no 6 there. So there's an X-wing on 7s in those. The Knight's move on this is absolutely bonkers. For a really interesting opening, this ending, I think this puzzle would have actually been really nice with just something to make this not feel quite as clunky at the end. Personal opinion. Okay, no, I was about to say something about 4s in here, but I'm completely wrong. Like, that can't be a 4, because that would see both of those off. What is it? Oh, 5 makes that 4 and that 5. Looking down, making that 4, making that 6 and that 5, making that 6 and that 4. The 4 means that's not a 4. The 6 means this isn't a 6. That's a 5. That's a 4, meaning there's no 4 in there. These are 2 and 6. The 4 means there's no 4 there. These are 3, 8, and 9. Neither of those can be a 3 because of that 3. So that's the 3, taking 3 out of there. Where's 3 in this top row? That 3 eliminates from there. That 3 eliminates from there. That 3 eliminates from there. That's a 3, meaning this is a 4. Could have done that by the row, but I got there in my own way. This 2 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 2. The 6 looks up, saying this isn't the 6. 4 looks up, making that the 9, taking 9 out of those. This is a 2, 4, with the 2 looking up, making that the 4 and that the 2. The 7, 8 makes that the 5. The 7, 8 makes that the 6 and that the 8. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 is looking down. No, the 8, 9, however, means that's the 7 and that's the 8. The 7 makes that the 5 and that the 7. The 9 looks down, making that the 8, that the 9, looking up, making that the 8 and that the 9. And that is how you solve this puzzle. Now, I had said that I'd already solved this puzzle, which is why it's already been liked, but I was mid-seizure. Believe me, I'm never releasing that video. It was, released the start of it, but post-seizure where I'm unable to even form coherent words. You're not seeing that. Interesting puzzle, Scojo. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was just missing something. I kind of would have liked something over here, like a little bit of hair flying away or something to cause this to have something a little bit nicer. I don't know. I mean, there's already a given digit, so another given over here might have made that flow at the end a little bit better. But I really loved this opening. While I was watching this to find the edit point, it was like, oh, that's really clever. So yeah, like the puzzle, like the puzzle, like the video, all of that sort of stuff. I'll record an intro and I'll release this one and hopefully you like it. Everyone's already seen this puzzle, so I expect everyone's just going to find another video anyway. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.